Good morning everyone. This is Abid Khan and you are watching Karachi Academy YouTube channel. We were doing CIE past papers of AS level accounting 9706 paper 2 and version 2, and we were doing the latest attempt of May June 2020. Till our last lecture we have done 3 questions. Today we will be doing question number 4. So let's move on to question number 4. So this is question number 4. F Limited is a manufacturing company which uses absorption costing, okay, at one of its factories. This factory has 2 production department, right, and 2 service department. Very much. The budgeted costs have already been allocated and apportioned. So explain for each following terms, the terms allocation and apportionment, right, and state one benefit of using absorption costing and one limitation. So we can move on to the marking scheme, and this is very much easy. Allocation, specific cost is allocated to a specific cost center, and the shared cost which cannot be allocated to a specific cost center, that is apportioned on certain basis, right? And if we say benefit of the absorption costing, it is comparatively a simple one, and here we do not consider the bifurcation of fixed and variable cost, and also this helps us in calculation of our selling prices or in offering quotations. So this helps us a lot. So but limitation is what for shorter decision making, this is not feasible for us. So let's see what the marking scheme says. So I'll take you to the marking scheme. So number 1, what is allocation? The charging overhead cost to a specific cost center, right, and which can be identified with that cost center. It is the simple what I explained. Overhead expenses are directly attributed to a specific cost center. You can attribute them to a specific cost center, right? And what the apportionment is, the charging overhead that cannot be clearly identified with a specific cost center, which you cannot, those costs you cannot identify them with a particular cost center. So you you apportion this based on some appropriate basis. So on appropriate basis you normally apportion them. And the usefulness is it is useful in selling price determination, and as well as if you want to submit some quotation, so against some order, so that also helps you there. So avoids separating fixed and variable cost. Yeah, here you do not have to bifurcate cost and split cost into fixed and variable portion. So limitation is in short term decision making, this is not viable and this is not feasible for you. So move on to the main question. So what is it? Okay, so they have the addition information, the budgeted cost. Again, remember, this is the budgeted cost, this is not actual. For April, for the next month of April, they are giving you the budgeted cost. So before reapportionment of the fixed service overhead are as follows. Okay, assembly, the production department consists of assembly and finishing, these 2 departments, and service departments are 2 store departments, and the maintenance department, right? How much were the total their overhead cost? Assembly cost was 275,000, 103,200, and store overheads were 19,000 and 26,000. Okay, so these service departments overheads are apportioned to the production department on the following basis, and for apportionment you need some basis, so they have given you the basis. The maintenance cost, this cost, actually they serve to this department and this department, and they also serve to this department, so their cost should be allocated to all of them. And store department serves to this department and then this department. Okay, so the store's cost should be allocated to the 2 production department. So maintenance, they have given you basis that maintenance people spend their 60% time in assembly work, and in finishing department they maintain their machines and all these things, different plant related equipments. 30% time they spent in finishing department, and stores they only spend 10% because store do not have much more machines. Okay, so these are the basis. So much time they are spending in these departments, so these are the basis. Stores department serves 75% requirements of assembly department, and it serves 25% to. Okay, bases are given to you, right? So simply what we have to do, we have to allocate first the maintenance department serves to these three department. The 26,000 its cost, it's 10%. 10% serves to here, which will be 2670, and 30%, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay, fine. So, and 30%, 26,700, 30% will be charged to 8010, 8010, and 70% of 26,700 will be charged to 60% will be charged to assembly department, 16020. So how much would be the total subtotal of these departments? So 16020 plus 275,000, this will be 291,020. Okay, and 103,200 plus 8010, so this will be 111,210. Okay, so 19,200 and plus 2670, so this will be 21,870. so this 26,700 cost will be allocated to, and there will be subtotal will be 0, right? Now there is you have apportion the maintenance department cost. Now store department is 21,000, you will be, so it's 25% will go to the finishing department, and 75% will go here. So it is very simple question. This question is very much simple. Okay, so 21,870, its 25% will go to here, 5467, 54, sorry, so this will be 54, you can say 68 minus then 2, 75%, 21,870, it's 75%, so 16,000 16,402, 16,402 will be charged to here. So, and this 21,870 you will charge this way, right? So this will there will be zero cost, and how much would be the cost of assembly department, 291,020 and plus 16,403, so this is 3, okay, 6,307,422, right? And how much this will be? uh, 111,210 plus 5468 116 and 678. So we have done with the first part of this question. So where we were to calculate the complete overheads. These are the complete overheads of now store department, service department cost nil, and total cost. This is the total cost, right? So move on to the next part. What they are asking us to do. Okay, what is question? The next, the total additional monthly budgeted information is available. Again, this is monthly budgeted information, right? And what they for April, uh, what they have budgeted, the labor hours and machine hours. So assembly department will use in the month of April, the assembly department will use 950 labor hours, while the machine assembly department, the machine will work in assembly department for 1430 machine hours. So it means assembly department is a machine intensive department. So what our basis for overhead absorption should be, it should be machine hours, for because you have to pick the bigger one. Okay, so bigger one, it means much of the time of this department is mostly their machines are being used, labor is used comparatively at lesser, right? So finishing department, if you see, it is the finishing. Here machines are working only for 380 hours, while the people labor is working for 840. So it means this is labor intensive. So it was machine intensive. So basis for machine finishing department will be the higher one, and which is 840, and this is machine, they are machine hours and they are labor hours. Now you have to calculate the overhead absorption rate, right? Each department has two decimal places. So how much was the total? It was overhead absorption rate would be total overheads. Total overheads were 307 and 422. So you have to divide this by the stand. This is they are the budgeted cost. So budgeted machine hours for assembly are 1430, right? So and for finishing, if we see, the cost was overhead absorption rate would be, its cost was 116 and 678. So you have to divide this by labor hour, because finishing department is labor based. So we simply 307 422 divided by 1430. So this will be 214 214.98, or you can say 215 per machine hour, right? Just one minute. Okay, so if we see this, how much this will be? 116 678 divided by 840. So this would be 138.90 per label R, right? And how much it was, if I think two till 2 decimal he is asking you, no? So then I think we should not we should write it till 2 decimal. So 307,422 over 2 1430. This is 214.98 214.98 per machine hour. So these are your absorption rate. So what the next question is? Okay, we have calculated this. So calculate the under absorption and over absorption of the overhead for April 2022 assembly department. For assembly department you have to work out only this only for assembly department. So we can see how much was the budgeted overheads, how much are actual. They are saying in April production was less than the forecasted figure. So when the production was less, ideally speaking, overhead should be less because we are less producing. So what has happened here? So actual overhead, the assembly department's actual overheads are 285. So actual overheads are $285 and 400, right? And if we see the budgeted overhead, how much budgeted overhead, it should be how much hours it has worked. It has worked for 1310 hours. And what was the absorption rate that we have worked out? It is 214.98. if we multiply 131,310 by 214.98, so this is 281,624, 281 and 624, 281,624. Okay guys, so what has happened here? They based on their budgeted figures for this, if they work for 13 and 10 hours, they were to actually spend 280, but they have overspent it. So this is means under absorption. This is because this is how much is the difference? 281. Okay, how much is the difference? 285,400 minus 281,624, 3776. This is adverse or unfavorable. So this is under absorption, right? So they were to absorb 285, but in their while they were making the budget, they means their estimate was 281,000. Actually they have spent more, right? So this is under absorption. Hope this is clear to you. If you have any doubt or any point to be cleared, you can write on this, your comment on this video. So we will try to quickly respond to you. Hope this video will be helpful to you for your coming exams. And that's for all, and bye for now. Thank you very much.